Hi, my name is Kylie.
My name's Alexis.
Hi, my name's Samuel.
My name is Megan, and we'll be discussing how important preschool age is for physical development.
Our agenda today covers the ages in which children attend preschool, major domain milestones, theory research on preschoolers' development, atypical development, gains in domains, and our concluding statements. Preschool age is 3 years old to 5 years old. Children are not required to go to preschool in the United States. However, parents do have the option to put their child into preschool starting at age 3. Preschool is the first step in a child's educational journey. It is not state or federally funded, so attendance varies family to family. Oftentimes, if a child is not in preschool, they are in some sort of educational daycare program, so they are still being prepared for kindergarten, which starts at age 5. At age 3, a child should be able to run well, climb without major assistance, and start to understand the pedaling process of riding a bike. Typically, kids start on a tricycle-style bike. These children can also show their understanding of matching games via pointing and collecting same object cards. Age 3 also brings more free play and imagination without structured activity. Children may be required to be potty trained before they enter preschool at this age. By age 4, children can hop, stand on one foot for a few seconds, and pour liquid substances themselves. These children have the stability to learn how to skip and skip for a short distance at a time. Also, by age 4, kids are physically able to catch a ball as long as it is bounced or rolled in their direction. By age 5, children should have enough coordination to do a somersault, climb unassisted, and swing by themselves. By age 5, children should be completely potty trained. Children by now should be able to grasp and maneuver their own silverware to feed themselves and minorly help with kitchen meals and baking. Children ages 3 to 5 are extremely active, very observant, have an ever-growing imagination, and grow mentally and physically every day.
Atypical physical development is split between gross and fine motor. In gross motor, toe walking is atypical because it's usually grown out of by the age of 3. Things like difficulty running, poor balance, and difficulty pedaling a tricycle are the lack of gained abilities. Usually by the age of 3 to 5, children have a general grasp of those abilities. Getting tired easily and low muscle tone are not because of the lack of learned abilities, but are the result of a medical condition. Atypical physical development in fine motor refers to the lack of greater dexterity. Little to no improvement in pen grip, struggles with buttons, difficulty drawing circles and lines, poor hand-eye coordination, and struggles with utensils are common deficiency in fine motor dexterity. Children at a preschool age are usually able to develop those skills. There are a number of reasons why children experience atypical physical development. The first is undiagnosed and diagnosed conditions. Things like spina bifida, which leaves a person paralyzed or close to paralyzed from the waist down, is easily diagnosed and recognized as the cause of atypical physical development, but things like progressive metabolic disorder that have a large variety of symptoms can go undiagnosed, which may be the cause of poor physical development. Limited access to play. This can cause poor development because if a child is not given adequate time or the right environment to learn these specific skills, they'll have trouble doing so. It's important to put children in a position to form motor skills. And chronic technology use is linked to limited access to play because if children are spending too much time with technology, it means they're not spending time in the physical world, where they would be learning motor skills. Premature birth affects development because children born early often have low bone density, immature lungs, and low muscle tone. Those symptoms make it very difficult for children to progress physically at a normal rate. And lastly, different rates of development. Some children develop quicker than others, and some children just develop slower than others. It's not necessarily caused by one specific thing, it's just the normal progression for that child. But if they develop slower than it's defined, it is categorized as atypical.
Now we're going to be discussing the gains in domains supporting each other, this stage and beyond. Physical development allows children to improve exploration and problem solving, supports play skills and social interactions. Physical development also allows children to experience increased movement, which will increase the blood flow to the brain, enhancing executive functions. Active play helps children learn more new vocabulary, such as actions, objects, and directions. Gross motor activities build a foundation for later tasks like writing, reading, and focusing. The next domain is cognitive development. It strengthens language, use, and communications, helps children understand routines, feelings, and social rules. Cognitive development also allows children to understand the rules and cause-effect. They engage more successfully in cooperative play. They are strong self-regulation. They have strong self-regulation, helps them manage emotions and participate fully in group activities. Executive function skills like flexible thinking help children navigate conflicts with peers. The next domain is language development. It supports friendships and conflicts resolution, helps children express needs, and builds thinking skills. Language development also will cause the children to say more words, which will then have them be better emotionally able to express themselves, which will then result in fewer behavior problems. Children with strong language skills can follow instructions, helping with classroom readiness. Language allows children to share ideas during play, promoting friendship skills. The final domain is social emotional development. It encourages participation and confidence, builds readiness for learning in all areas. Social emotional growth will, when children feel safe and connected, they take more learning risks, try new things, and explore. Positive peer interactions boost communication and turn-taking tasks. Secure social emotional development is linked to long-term academic success. Why this matters long-term is because the earlier gains set the foundation for reading, writing, math, cooperation, and self-control in elementary school. Children who grow across domains early tend to show stronger school engagement and better emotional health later on. Preschools that support all domains create environments that help children thrive socially and academically.
Talking about why preschool age is so important for physical development. One of my first points being rapid growth in the brain strengthens neural pathways for coordination, balance, and motor control. Within that motor development, you have gross motor skills like running, jumping, climbing, balancing. In this stage, they become more refined and more coordinated. Then you have fine motor skills, which develop really quick in this stage. So pencil grasping, cutting, building, that could be with like Legos, with blocks, with whatever, like buttoning a shirt and using utensils, which goes along with grasping. And then also motor development is suggesting school readiness by improving writing, drawing, hand-eye coordination. That's all also going along with fine motor skills. So continuing on with that, there's also big movement boosts, which boost cognitive skills such as attention, memory, problem solving, and spatial awareness. So physical development helping along with both cognitive and emotional development as well. And along with them getting more active and having more coordination, it helps them build muscle strength, endurance, and just overall physical health, getting active and getting out there. During these preschool years, they also help establish lifelong habits around physical activity and healthy choices. So, you have kids that hang out more inside and game rather than getting outside and being physical and playing. And there are big health benefits regarding getting outside and playing, not only with, certain like getting outside and getting sun, but also just your physical overall health, as well as developing self-help skills. So like learning how to function in life. So dressing, feeding, toileting, that kind of thing. It also increases independence and confidence with, them and learning how to function within their day-to-day life. Physical play, at school, at home, whatever. It also promotes social emotional growth by teaching cooperation, turn-taking, emotional regulation. So, a lot of people do like sports or at school. Either works.